Good morning. It has been a hot minute since I have really done anything lately. Your girl ended up with COVID this past week, and it was like, I do not recommend getting COVID. -5 stars. Just no. But so it was bad. It was really bad. It was so bad. Oh my god, it was so bad. It hurt a lot. The body aches. I thought I had first they thought I had a fibro flare, and then I'm like, I don't think it's a fibro flare. Take these pills, and then like, something's wrong. This isn't working. Shove it up my nose. Oh, you have COVID. I know I didn't have a fibro flare. It was a bad week. I am feeling a lot better, but I am definitely a lot weaker than I was last week. Definitely don't recommend. But here I am trying to catch my breath. We have some things to go over. I have a lot of things I really want to go over, and so let's go over some things. I have been slowly ordering pieces by pieces of equipment to help me succeed in my goal of creating coloring books, homemade coloring books. I'm excited. I am very nervous. I hope that my plan works. I hope that it's everything I hope it will be. So I'm excited. So what did I get? Well, first of all, I want to show you the big box. This big thing. We're going to have a little bit of a box opening, and we are going to create our first book, and it's going to be of my Dharma talk because I want to protect it, and it'll be a good practice. So this particular video is going to be updating about the website, about the coloring books that I want to create, and things like that. And so don't go away, please don't, because my goal is to get this channel going. I know I keep repeating this a lot. I know that I'm a one-band show here and so it's taking me a lot longer. As you know, I'm on SSI. Some of my funds are extremely tight, but yet piece by piece I am getting to my overall goal of hopefully one day maybe getting off of it and doing it in a way that I can sustain it, you know. So we'll see what happens, because I'm sick of being trapped by SSI. I really am. It's not, it's breadcrumbs. It's literal breadcrumbs that they give you and to work with. And I'm very proud with everything I've ever accomplished while being on it, which is amazing. I mean, it wasn't for the fact that I had people, you know, helping me out and sustaining life, this wouldn't happen. So thank you to you for all the people who have done that. I really appreciate it, because without help, this wouldn't happen. I would have not bought this equipment to help me try to hopefully succeed. I can't work a normal job. I've tried over and over, and all it does is stresses me out, and then I completely shut down, and then you can't even talk to me. So yeah, my brain just can't handle it. My body just can't handle it. But what I can handle is doing art and creating these videos and having fun. And you know, I'm like, I'm gonna do and create art anyways. I'm gonna create these videos anyways. So if maybe one day you all like, oh, she's kind of cool. She's a little crazy, but she's cool. We can support her. That'd be awesome. Anyways, this thing. What is this thing, Miss Stubby? This thing is a bookbinding machine. So, what is a bookbinding machine? This is how these books get made. I'll show you an example. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, look at him. Oh, my little Millie girl. Oh, my goodness. Sorry, I can't hold this. Oh, you're so sweet and little. Mommy, what is you? Okay, you absolutely need more toys. Okay, Mommy's gotta get back to work. Oh my god. Okay, there you go. Get that there. Alright, so, bookbinding stuff. Can't help myself. Alright, so we're gonna look at this book right here. Alright? And basically what they do is you take your printing materials, you stick it in there, and in this part right here, there's this strip of glue. And then you tap it in, get all light, and then you stick it in the machine. It heats up the glue, and then it presses it all together, so that way it creates a book. Now, cat hair, so much hair. Anyway, so this is what I'm trying to do. My goal is to create my own. I love creating the sketch pages, your guys' coloring pages that I post all over the place, so you guys can download and color and do whatever, right? I want to create them on really good quality paper, so this way, us professional artists, amateur artists, stuff like that, it isn't going to be this paper thin kind of paper. I really want it to be on good artistic paper, so you guys can paint on it. You can use your alcohol markers, watercolors, whatever, you know. You can make a mess and it won't ruin the coloring book, okay? So, like, obviously, I love coloring books a lot. So I'm going to grab 2 coloring books here. This one, I'm a huge Doctor Who fan. This one is a very expensive one. This is a $15 book, and the paper is a little thicker, you know, and that's nice. So I'll show you. Have I colored in this yet? I think I have. Yes, I have. So here is like a coloring page, right? I have done. I love that one. See, it's nice and thick and it's beautiful. And as an artist, I don't want to like do markers and have them like seep through the next page. That just ruins the fun of coloring. So if you look at like this coloring book, you know, the little cheapies, you see how thin it is? I mean, you can practically see through it. I don't want to do those kinds of coloring books. I do, but I don't. So I just, you know, I just don't want to make it cheap. You know, maybe I'll make my own little books. I don't know. I'm very curious how this is going to work. And the only way I'm going to know is by doing. So, let's grab this thing out of here. Come here, baby. I don't want to break it before I even get to use it. Old lady. So this is just some things I would really like to do, and then sell them on my website. And speaking of my website, super easy, www.genreofstubby.com, and on there you're gonna find prints that you can order. There's gonna be like art things, like single item art things I've created that I'm going to be selling. You can find that there. Then you can also find information for all the authors that I have worked with on my illustrations. You can even buy a signed copy of, where did the book go? Oh, of this book. So if you want this book, go to my website. You will get it signed. You'll get the Monsters Award sticker. You'll get Louis' stamped book, and it'll be signed. And ooh, crazy hair. And you can order that, and I'll mail it to you. That's why it's a little more expensive than if you just go to Amazon and order it that way. You get it signed, you'll get some stickers and all kinds of cool stuff, okay? So anyways, this machine, I need to remember how to open it up. Oh, like that. All right. So here is the machine. I have done so much homework on trying to get this going, and knowing which one I wanted to do and all kinds of stuff. So, oh goodness, I'm so excited. We are going to plug this baby in. Now, I did order some glue strips so I can actually make my own book covers and things like that, but that hasn't arrived and won't arrive until next month. And I'm too freaking excited to wait that long to go do and wait on all that type of thing. So we're going to play out now. And there's gonna be so much editing in this video. Alright. Nice long cord. Stretchy, 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 stretchy. Alright. Does this come out? Oh, it comes out. Oh, that's so cool. Alright. I'm ready, happy. Alright. I'm going to, we're going to have a little bit of fun making this thing. I'm going to set this evenly. There's that. Now, for these machines, I went and got actual book cover binder things. And I have the window open. I like fresh air. So we're gonna look at this book cover binder. So here are these. So much plastic. All right. We are going to grab one little binder. All right, here we go. So this is a book binder one that we can use for here. And if you look inside, you will see the glue strip right in there. Pretty cool. Now let's see where I put my where'd it go? How did I lose that? Okay. Alright. We're gonna plug this in. Now, open this back up. It's going to go in the first one. Okay. I'm going to turn this carefully. This is not on. Oh, I hope if I do that. All right. Now, as this warms up, this is, oh, don't fall down. While that is warming up, this is my Dharma talk. I will be putting that up for free on the website. I just don't know how quite yet. So if you're interested in this, it's a really good talk. I was really nervous. I tried really hard not to over talk fast, but I think at times I did. And so far everybody's ever told me who listened to it is really happy with it and that I did a good job. So we'll see. So back to this guy. It got scratched, but that's okay. We're gonna make sure that everything is even. Tappy, 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 tappy. And then we're gonna stick it inside this. And we wanna make sure that we put it all the way in. Ooh. I'm gonna undo this clip for just a second. Really tap it, tappity tap. Okay. Is it like? Ooh, you can feel it's warm. All right. All right. Let's turn it this way and bring it down. Make sure that we actually read the instructions. Read the instructions. All right. Blah, 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 blah. All right, step 1, ensure the machine is stable. All right, it's beeping. Check there's no, yep. Switch the power on, power blah, blah, blah. Prepare the darkness by full to the thermostat for best results. Do not place too many or too few sheets in the cover. All right. Now that we've done that, while we're in, I am going to open this and we're going to stick it in the plate and let it do its thing. Okay. The auto sense function calculates the optimum binding cycle. Pull the dart main clamp, heat shield feature, select the binding cycle with the blue LED light, use the timer. Up to 60 sheets. I did push OK. We'll start flashing and counting down in sequence. When the cycle is complete, the machine will beep 3 times. The blue LED will switch off. Alright, so then we're just going to wait until it does that. Just stare at it. Isn't this riveting? Oh my god. But we're going to see how it works. So, oh, it's done. Now, important thing that you really want to make sure you do is re-tap it onto the ground. That's one thing so it gets into the glue. Okay? And then I'm going to pinch it like that. And then we put it back here to cool off. And then we can turn it off. I just binded my first book. So yeah, isn't that riveting? That's it. That's pretty much it. Like, this is what I want to do, is make these books. And my whole camera is like, there we go. So that's it. That's pretty much what I wanted to do with this, is make these books. And do all the coloring pages. So I'm going to gather all the coloring pages I have created, even over the years. And I am going to make some coloring books that you guys can buy. I want to experiment first. As soon as I get the glue strips, I'm going to experiment first on making my own covers. I want to do some hard covers, not these, not these. These are fine. These are good, you know, learning. These are pretty good for me to learn and practice with. But I want to get some very good strong paper like this and then create my books that way. So I got some printing things I gotta think about next, and there's a lot of things I want to do. So tell me what you think. If you have bound books before, if you have made your own coloring books, homemade coloring books, how did you do? How much did they go for? Stuff like that. I am trying my best to. I'm just trying my best. That's all I can do. And hopefully you guys are like, you know, girl, you got this. We want to support you. We're going to help out. Another thing I'm trying to get into is some subscriptions and memberships. And for the life of me, I cannot figure out how to do these things on the website. Like, I'm so confused. I've even like contacted Wix, and I'm like, go confused. I might have a degree in IT, in programming, but I cannot figure out how to get the subscription membership thing going. Because what I want to do for that is you guys do a monthly subscription, which would help me in order to be able to do the things I want to do. And you guys will get discounts off of the print. So, you know, and that way you guys can get it a little bit cheaper. And as a thank you for, you know, being my, you know, fans and supporters. And so some of the things I want to do is, like, all this artwork I have once a month. So like all the artwork I would create that month, you guys, whoever's memberships, would go into a hat and they draw out, and then that person would get the original artwork. But everybody who's a member would get a postcard for the month of one of the artworks I've done. So I have been doing a lot of my homework here, right? So I wanted to show you some examples of that. So if you guys been on my social media, stupid cold, this is the original artwork right here. You know, you might have seen these kind of on Twitter account and whatnot, but I love certain types of printing processes. So this one's called Pearl. So I want to show you the original versus where did it go? It's so pretty. The original artwork versus that. So here is the original, and then here is the print. I'm gonna try to get the glare. You see how, like, it's so much more 3D, right? And there's is that, which I still think that's beautiful. This just, it pops, you know? And these are just really pretty prints. And so the only thing I don't like is the fact it has this. Because what I wanted to do is make it into postcards. So that way you guys, get a nice postcard, and you guys can actually enjoy the print once a month, you know? So like, I like this one too. This one's cute. Trying to get the light off of it, but isn't that beautiful? Where's my camera? There it is. Yeah, it's just so much more 3D, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Some of these are going to Zukio as postcards she can use. So, you know, this one got chopped off. I wasn't very happy about that. This one turned out really, really cool. It looks so 3D. It's almost like you can reach in, and yeah, there's some cool prints in here. So I've been working on that, trying to figure it out. Also, I want to see if maybe if I can get a really good printer, then I can just print these off myself, and then I can actually choose really good high quality paper, because to me this seems a little thin. I love the printing. I love the pearl type stuff that it has for it, but it's not thick enough for a good positive postcard. And I don't know, I feel like I'm still learning this process, and I wanted to share this process with you because it's incredibly important that you get to see, you know, if you do decide to help out, you can see what I'm doing and the process that I'm doing it. On my website, there is an about page, and down below you will see a Venmo account. If you want to just help out, you can send me a donation to help out there. You just go to Venmo, just go there, and if you donate, you know, $5 or more, I'll send you a pretty print. Maybe a couple, you know, as a thank you gift. Something just to show my appreciation, because I mean, this is cool. That is so cool. I mean, look how beautiful that is. I love that. I just wish it was on thicker paper. So I've been doing my homework because you know, it's important that you guys, you know, I get to show my appreciation, and it's important to show your appreciation to the people, to your fans, and to those who are supporting you. You know, I'm not greedy. I just would like to be able to pump gas in my car and look off in the distance and not worry about if I went over by a penny and then I'm like in the red in my bank account. I don't want to live like that anymore. I don't want to be buying brand new houses or whatever. I just want enough to enjoy life and maybe actually help my roommate out and some bills instead of, you know, that'd be kind of cool, you know, maybe off of SSI so I don't feel like I'm trapped by it, you know, things like that. So I'm trying. So if you guys got ideas, things that if you've been watching this channel enough and you've gone through some of the videos and you see things that you're like, this would make a really good print, put this on the website, please let me know. If you think it would make great postcards or thank you gifts, let me know. Interact with me, please. Let me know what you think. This isn't just me. I don't want to get lost in the YouTube world of stuff. I really want to enjoy life and be productive that way, and not another just disabled person being lost in the system. You know, that's why I teach Kung Fu. Kung Fu, one, helps with the fibro, and it helps with the mental stuff. And two, I can give back. I'm not charging hundreds of dollars for people to be, you know, trained by me. You know, my bills for the club can pay itself, thank God. But it's not enough to live on for me, you know. So the club's taking care of itself, and that's good. But I need to take care of myself somehow, some way, other than I just can't do regular work. I wish I could, but I can't. And then 3 days after, study. There's nothing up there after 3 days. It's infuriating. So let's check on this. Let's see how it worked. It's been cooked off. Looks good. Oh, it doesn't fall out. That is very nice. And I also did really thick paper and then regular paper. And then whatever Ezekiel had for poster paper. This is nice. Okay, I'm happy. Look at that. This. Welcome to my Dharma talk. Cannot believe I got to do a Dharma talk. That was really cool. Yeah, it really was. Oh my god. I can't believe it happened. When I was a little girl and I watched the TV show called Kung Fu, there was this guy, he goes around, he knows Kung Fu, and he's all into Zen and everything. And I'm like, I want to be that. Can I join martial arts? No, you're a female. You're not allowed to do anything like that. We don't have time for you. Yeah, that was my life. Backwards hit crap. And, now that I'm adult, I'm like, I'm checking stuff off. I'm checking stuff off. I'm an illustrator. Like when we had the illustrators come into the school and they were like talking to us, and all the young writer conferences that I went to as a kid. Me, like when I first went, I just wanted out of school. Then I'm like, this is really cool. And I learned so much from young writers conferences that they had, and I just loved it. Now I am like writing a book. Speaking of books, Jessica Epley, I love you, girl. Oh my god, this is gonna be such a long one. I am so sorry, guys, but bear with me. Jessica Epley, I love you. You are an amazing writer. She is working with me on my fan fiction story. So what she had, okay, so oh, I love her so much. Okay. I'm such a huge fan of hers. Okay, so I need to brag. There's a couple of people I need to brag about before I end this video. But first off, it is Jessica Epley, First Lady. Gotta love her. Okay, one day she comes up and she's like, "Stubbs, what? Would you like a book?" I'm like, "Of course I would love a book." Then she gives me this list, and I'm like. And it's like exotic birds. I'm like, oh, Randy will love this. He's totally into birds. It has nothing to do with birds. It's about this group of people and this group of friends, and they're poor Megan. She's always getting kidnapped. But anyways, so they're out trying to save her, and I love these books. I don't want to give away too much about these books because I will totally do spoilers if I'm not careful. I am in love with this story. So she has, first one is Exotic Birds, introduction to Jack and them, and you're gonna love and hate Jack with a passion. And I have yelled and screamed and cried and laughed out loud. I'm pretty sure my neighbors think I'm nuts, which they're not wrong, but in a good way. I love these books. And then the second one comes along, Solve for X. The story continues. And just like the first one, Jack! You know, it's just, you're going to love Jack. Jack's a hot mess. I love him. So, but Jess and I like doing these writing exercises. So I have been doing these interviews of her characters for a while now. And so I got into it. And so I created a character in my head called Carmen Cox, who is the interview, kind of like Howard Stern did for his. And so Carmen Cox has fallen in love with Aaron from these stories. So now, this is awesome. This is so awesome. I'm so excited. She is going to be using some of my characters from the story I'm writing as a fan fiction and about my character, Carmen Cox, who's in love with Aaron. And we're combining the stories. So oh my god, I'm so excited. Like, So for my story, Carmen Cox is one of those. I haven't decided which agency, 3 or 4 letter agency she's from yet. But she's an undercover reporter who goes off and he goes off and she's been doing all these interviews and she's fallen in love with Aaron, and they kind of hook up in the story, but I can't say too much about the third story, but Aaron has to go away and do his storyline with his friends from these books, right? Well, Carmen has to go away on an assignment for a reporter, but in reality, she's trying to save her niece from this pedophile ring sex slave guy who's kidnapped her niece, who's fallen in love with her niece, and the guy's sick and twisted. I want to hate Patrick so much. Anyways, so we're combining these stories and everything. So I am writing my own story called Carmen Cox and it's just a beautiful blend of these 2 different. I'm excited. I can't say any more because I feel like I'm going to give it away. But she has written some other stuff. This book right here is a bunch of books put into one. So if you don't want to buy all of the books, you can buy this particular book all at once. So far, I've gotten to like chapter 3. It's really amazingly good so far. And she's such a terrific writer. I am so in love with her. She's awesome. And then she also wrote this one. And then she also wrote this. I think she has another book out. This is hilarious. I haven't had the chance to read Protos yet. She's just a cool person. I'm so glad. I consider her my best friend. Hands down. I just really, truly enjoy this woman as a friend. And then just to add on top of it, she has become my favorite author. I wish she would take off like Stephen King and them would, because she's at the same level. I love Iris Johannesson books, and she's up there. She is up there at the same level as these guys, and she just can tell a story, and she can get you so sucked into it, and she's brilliant. I don't understand how this woman is not as popular as she should be. She really should be. I'm a huge fan. I really am. Oh, girl, I love you. I really do. Alright? I am so excited for the 3rd book to come out. And then she's got a Kickstarter going on for her first horror. I've gotten so many sneak peeks, and I'm in love with this story. I was forcing myself not to read it, so that way when the book finally comes out, it was still feel yes. She's such a good author, and it's a really good one. You'll really like her first horror story. I'm so proud of her. Now the other person I want to talk about is my friend Heath. Now this guy is starting to hit mainstream, and I'm so impressed with him. So Heath was a very big man. He was not doing well. He was very, very big, and he lost a ton of weight. Let's see if I can remember. He wants to go out, and he still has all the loose skin and everything. He's one of those people who he's very proud of it. It's a good reminder for him how far he's come. He's worked his butt off. He's been on the news. He's going to be hopefully making national news soon. I am so impressed with this guy, and I want to tell you a little something about Heath. One day, as you know, I have severe anxiety, PTSD, and things like that, and I wanted to go sing karaoke over at Chappie's, and I get there, and which is huge. This is huge for me. I don't like going out on my own. I'm terrified. It's panic hell. I hate it. But I love to sing. I want to sing karaoke. I'm going to do this. And so I went out and did it. And then when I get to the bar, there was this really creepy dude staring at me like I was a piece of meat. I'm like, I legit was scared I wasn't going to make it home that night. And I'm like, I'm like, I want to go home, but I also want to sing. And this guy is like creeping me out. He's like he looked just at me like that. It was so gross. And I was like, guys, I'm scared. I'm literally scared. I'm scared I'm not going to make it back. And so who came to my rescue? Heath. Heath came, sat with me, and helped me through that night, because once again, that creepy dude would walk past and looked at me like I was a piece of meat. Like, I felt like he's going to rape me. Like, it was so creepy and gross, the way he would stare at me up and down, like, ugh. And here he come. He sat by me. He gave that dude a nasty ass look, and it was the same guy. I think maybe it was him who gave me he took my picture randomly, and like me, him, and then my friend Chad, who had recently passed away. Rest in peace, Chad. Those two just like, all three were just like, why are you taking my picture? What the hell is wrong with you? And luckily, he came there. I really do think he's probably either saved my life or kept me from being raped that night. And I'm forever thankful to Heath for actually coming down and sitting with me all night long so I could go and enjoy singing and be proud of myself for actually getting out of the house. You know, Heath is super sweet. He's very kind. And I'm very, very impressed with his progress and his losing of his weight and how he views himself and the things he's accomplishing. He wants to go and do RAGBRAI next year, and he wants to start training for that. And I'm going to support him. Genre is going to support this man. So I might not be able to support a lot, but we are going to support this guy because he deserves it. He kept me safe that day. It was it was so terrifying. And so Heath, I love you, dude. I believe in you, and you got Genre, and you got the Vinton Club. We're going to support you. And so if you go around, and I will send links to all of his social media links down in the downstairs, and I want you to support him, show him some love, because that man kept me safe. I am impressed with his dedication to his health and how he's inspiring other people to lose weight and be healthy. This guy he's as brilliant as Jess. And these two people need support and love because they are just brilliant, beautiful people who deserve the best in the world, hands down. You know, I'm trying my best to do what I can, but these two are just doing it. They deserve national recognition for their skills and talents, and just amazing people. They are amazing, and please support them, show them some love. If you don't believe me, go order their book. Go check out his social media. He's on Facebook, he's on all kinds of stuff, and I will post all that stuff down because I told him I was going to brag about him in this video and I meant it. So all right, this thing's been going for like 43 minutes and 55 seconds. So I am going to shut up and I am going to call this a day, and hopefully I can shrink this video down a little bit and we can do some cool stuff. And be careful out there with COVID. That was horrible. Highly not recommended. -5 stars. And do your thing. Check out my website. I'm gonna keep putting more prints up there of all the artwork I've done over the years. And remember, my prints are limited edition. There's only gonna be 100 prints, and once the prints reach 100 print, they're done. It's over with. I'm never going to print them off again. All right, that's it. So, like, say I took this right here, right? Like 100 prints. Once they're done, it's gone. No more prints. I'm not gonna bring them back or anything. They will be signed. They will be hand numbered. So that way I know if it's real. That's why they're going to be worth more. That's why I'm asking for more. Because they're going to be limited. limited edition. You know? So stick around, keep watching, keep thinking, all that good stuff. Okay? Remember, you are amazing, just as awesome as Heath, and just as cool as me. So remember that, okay? And if you don't believe that, then just come to one of my social sites and like, Stubby, I need some cheerleader, and I will cheerlead the out of your life. You don't believe I don't do that? You go talk to Jess. I cheerlead the crap out of her life, and I will continue to do so because she is worth it, and so are you. You guys have a beautiful time, and I will see you next time.